So, hello, good day, everyone. I'm sorry for not being able to upload a video discussion yesterday, Wednesday, for our econometrics laboratory class because I was absent. So now I will be uploading two videos, one for the econometrics and one for the econometrics laboratory. But first, we will supposed to be maunang econ lab, but we will first discuss this for econometrics and then econometrics lab is the second video. Okay, so I have discussed about this before in our previous discussion, assumptions in linear regression analysis. And then assumption number 5 states that you should have independence of observations. And we can do that using Durbin-Watson statistic. So now let's further discuss what is Durbin-Watson statistic. Okay. So the Durbin-Watson statistic is a test statistic to detect autocorrelation in the residuals from a regression analysis. It is named after Professor James Durbin, a British statistician and econometrician, and Jeffrey Stuart Watson, an Australian statistician. Okay. So a test statistic, okay, that we can use for statistics and then for econometrics to detect autocorrelation in the residuals from a regression analysis. So regression analysis, we are familiar na, di ba? The dependency of a dependent variable to two or more independent variables. That's regression. Now let's discuss what is autocorrelation and residual. So by the way, Durbin-Watson statistic because it came from James Durbin and from Jeffrey Watson. Okay, so that's why Durbin-Watson statistic. It's based on their last names. So let's discuss what is autocorrelation. Autocorrelation or serial correlation refers to the degree of correlation between the values of variables across different data sets. It is usually used when working with time series data. Okay, so time series data meaning data that is accumulated over different periods of time. Okay. So, example, if the wind speed measured on different days of the week. So, if the wind speed values measured that occurred closer in time are more similar than the values that occurred farther apart in time, the data is said to be correlated. Okay? So, if ang takusog ko na sa wind is measured closer sa time is similar sa katong values katong gikuha nga a year ago or 5 years ago, so the data is said to be correlated. So autocorrelation is a similarity of a time series over successive time intervals. It can lead to underestimates of the standard error and can cause you to think predictors are significant when they are not. So the Durbin-Watson test looks for a specific type of serial correlation. Okay. So before I've mentioned this, what residuals. So what are residuals in statistics? Nothing but the difference between the observed value and the mean value that the particular model predicts for that observation. Okay, difference. So isubtract niya ang observed value and the mean value of the particular model. Then they predict using the predictive line. Okay. So residual values are extremely useful in regression analysis as they indicate the extent to which a model accounts for the variation in the given data. So the hypothesis followed for Durbin-Watson statistic is HO meaning null. First order autocorrelation does not exist. And then H1, this is the alternative hypothesis. And the first order autocorrelation exists. This is for Durbin-Watson statistics na hypothesis. So the assumptions of the test are errors are normally distributed with a mean of 0 and that all errors are stationary. The statistic for a Durbin-Watson test typically denote as D, this one. It is calculated as follows. So muna siyang formula. Okay? Luckily for us, by the way, T is the total number of observations, this one. And the E sub T is the 10th residual from the regression model, this one. Luckily for us, dili na ta kinahanglan magmano-mano. Okay, we have statistical software that can compute this for us. So that's the next topic for econometrics laboratory, how we can do the Durbin-Watson using this data. So but this is the formula. If you want to do it manually, you can do it by using this formula. So D for the Durbin-Watson statistic, D. And this is a summation. The T is the total number of observations. And then E sub T is the residual from the regression model. So the result of Durbin-Watson statistic is always ranges from 0 to 4, where if 2 is the answer, it indicates there's no autocorrelation, meaning we accept the null hypothesis. And then if the result of the Durbin-Watson statistic is less than 2, it indicates a positive serial correlation. And it is common in time series data. If the Durbin-Watson statistic is the result is greater than 2, it indicates a negative serial correlation. It is less common in time series data. Okay, so in general, if D is less than 1.5 ang result or greater than 2.5, then there is a potentially a serious autocorrelation problem. But if the D is between 1.5 and 2.5, then autocorrelation is likely not a cause for concern. If the absolute value of the Durbin-Watson test statistic is greater than the value found in the table, then you can reject the null hypothesis of the test and conclude that autocorrelation is present. And what to do if autocorrelation is detected? So for positive serial correlation, consider adding lags to the dependent and independent variable of the model. So kaning mga lags and kaning mga consideration, we can further discuss it if we have more time. Okay, we need to discuss multiple regression forecasting. If we had more time, I'll explain lags in variables. For negative serial correlation, you can make sure that none of the variables are over difference. We can also discuss this further. Pero for now, let's just focus on Durbin-Watson. So special consideration for Durbin-Watson, if the test statistic values in the range of 1.5 to 2.5 ang result are relatively normal, especially for time series data. So values outside this range, however, could be a cause for concern when you're using time series data. So Durbin-Watson statistic, while displayed by many regression analysis program, is not applicable in such certain situations, such as if delete time series data ang imuhang gigamit. Okay. So to summarize, the Durbin-Watson statistic is a test for autocorrelation in regression models output. The DW statistic ranges from 0 to 4 with a value of 2.4 indicating zero autocorrelation. And then where value is below 2.0 mean there is a positive correlation and above 2.0 indicates a negative autocorrelation. This is the reference that I've used for this topic. And then later in our next video discussion for econometrics laboratory, I will be teaching you how you can do the Durbin-Watson statistic using Stata. That concludes my discussion. Thank you for listening.